frustrated? No, he's Ben Hogan over here. You can't take it in if you have. Yes, sir. If you want to cameraman.
There's something free going on with all these people.
Could you do that again?
Hi, Brian.
Hey, Thanks everyone for coming tonight.
It's not working.
Turn that volume up a little more.
Not working.
Y'all be quiet, can you hear it? Let's tell them. That's right.
I'm just going to scream, so don't worry about it. Tonight is Old Pros Night, and we're real happy that we have a good attendance of club members, and we want to walk you through some of the history of the club and some of the pros that we've had over the years. We've been very, very fortunate since the time. We've been very fortunate since the time this club was started in 1920 to have an excellent group of golf professionals to assist us over the years. I'd like to mention some of them that were not able to attend tonight, unfortunately. Billy Capps, Mike Barnhard, Dave Smith, Grant Bennett, unfortunately could not make it, and Henry Bland, who is deceased. But we have a good attendance tonight of the present and past pros of this country club. What I want to do is just briefly, and we don't have time tonight to go over all these guys' accomplishments because they are numerous, but briefly introduce the pros to you and highlight some of their accomplishments in the field of golf. Our assistant golf pro presently and soon to be head professional at Greenbrier Country Club is Jerry Brill. Jerry's here tonight, and I'd like to ask him if he can get through the crowd to come up here. He's coming.
There he is.
Hey, big hand. Like I said, we don't have time to go through all their accomplishments, so I'm just going to hit the highlights. Jerry was born in Salisbury, Maryland, and he is now the assistant pro, like I mentioned, here at Newman Country Club, soon to be the head pro at Greenbrier. Some of his golfing accomplishments are first place finishes in the White Plains Pro-Am, the Assistants Pro-Am in Charlotte, North Carolina, Both those tournaments he shot below 66 in. The Pine Lakes Pro-Am, Pine Lakes Pro Lady, he was a winner there. He was the #1 player at the Salisbury State College in 1978. Jerry is a proven golf professional, and we're very sad to see him leave Newbern Country Club, but very happy for him and his new venture later this year. So, Jerry, thank you for everything that you've done.
He's wonderful.
Go get him, Jerry.
Our current head professional is George Smith Jr. George, would you come up here, please? Again, I'm just going to hit the highlights because we could stay here all night talking about these guys.
Quiet, get here.
George was born and raised in Newbern. He has been the head professional here since 1985. Just some of his background, he was a former touring golf professional from 1967 to 1970. Prior to that, he was an assistant golf professional at Asheville Country Club. He was a head golf professional at Carolina Pines and has been the golf professional here since 1985, as I mentioned. Some of George's golf accomplishments are the Donald Ross Jr. Golf Champion in 1957, the North Carolina Junior Champion 1955, 6 and 7, NCAA All-American Golf Team in 1962, captain of the Duke University Golf Team 62 to 63. He participated in the USGA Open Championship in 1966. He was a graduate of the PGA Tour Qualifying School in 1966, elected to Class A PGA membership in 1968. He was a North Carolina Open champion in 1970 and participated in the PGA Championship in 1977. He's a member of the Carolinas PGA Tournament Committee, or was rather, 74 to 75, and was the champion of the Carolinas PGA Pro in 1975. George, we want to thank you.
Not bad for a hacker, George.
I'd like now to call Ron Anderson to the front. Ron Anderson, please. And Edward, too. Ron is the head professional now at Riverbend Golf and Country Club. Ron is now the owner and head golf professional at Riverbend Golf and Country Club. Some of his accomplishments are... In 1975, Ron received the honor of being the outstanding student with the highest grade average in the PGA School #1. He received the same honor the following year in PGA School #2, highest graduating student. In fact, he had the highest score ever scored on that test that year. He has a Bachelor of Science degree in Physiology from the University of California at Santa Barbara, and he was a captain in the U.S. Marine Corps and was a naval aviator. Ron served as the head golf professional here from, let's see, 1979 until June of 1983. He has served on the Carolina PGA Section Education Committee and also the Carolina PGA Education Committee. He and Jim Lanier teamed together to win the Carolinas Golf Association Scratch Pro-Am Division one year. So, Ron, we want to thank you for everything you've done for us. Hugh Bell. Is Hugh Bell here? Yeah. Please step forward.
He's from California.
Hugh Bell, please.
He was born in Mexico all his time. His dad still lives in Mexico.
1983 until September of 1985. Some of his accomplishments are as follows. He played in the in the National PGA Assistant Championship in 1980. He won the Carolinas PGA Assistants Championship that same year. He's a winner of the Regional High School Golf Meet in 1978, and he was the most valuable player at the Jacksonville Senior High in 1978. Hugh, we appreciate what you did your tenure here and wish you the best luck. Folks, we're now moving back further in time, back into the old days, so to speak, and we're getting we're getting back to some golf pros that helped us out many, many years ago. And one that is a good friend of everybody here in this room and helped make this club what it is Mr. Raymond Hatley. Would you please come forward?
Getting old, bro.
Hello. Hey, young man. Hit him far.
Raymond, we want to thank you for everything you did. Your accomplishments here are just too numerous to go through. Just to cap on it, Raymond was a head golf professional here from 1963 until 1976, 13 years. During that time, Raymond not only was a golf professional, but was also in charge of the golf course. Over the years, he and Mr. Bob Morrison and some of the other members were instrumental in planting many, many shrubs, water oaks, and things like that all over the golf course. He was very instrumental in teaching a lot of what used to be the young golfers, soon to be senior golfers, how to play the game. And Raymond, we appreciate everything you've done for us. We really do. I'd like now to call Mr. Dugan Aycock to the stand. No problem. Dugan was the head golf professional at New Bern Country Club from 1961 to 1963. And I'm going to walk you through some of his many, many, many accomplishments in the game of golf.
I gotta sit down.
Dugan Aycock was president of the Carolinas PGA for 17 years. He was the Carolina Golfer of the Year in 1948. That was 1 year before I was born, Dugan. He was the National PGA Pro of the Year nationwide, selection in 1957. He's the Vice President of the Professional Golf Association of America from 1959, 60, and 61, again in 69, 70, and 71. Inducted to the North Carolina Sports Hall of Fame in 1969, along with such distinguished people as Eddie Cameron, former coach and athletic director at Duke University, and Sam Jones, a former professional basketball player. Member of the Carolina PGA Hall of Fame in 1981, member of the Carolinas Golf Hall of Fame in 1982. He has been head golf professional at Lexington Country Club for 43 years. He served a 2-year tenure here in New Bern from 61 to 63. He also has attended, and this is unbelievable, 42 straight years as a delegate to the National PGA meetings and has worked in 27 straight PGA championships and Masters. So, Dugan, your accomplishments in golf are amazing, and we appreciate your years that you served here at New Bern, and I'd like to call you up here if you can figure out how to work this.
Really, I think he's got the wrong fella up here. I don't think this all happened to me.
Those of you in the back
me when I take this thing over. And the best way in the world to get a crowd quiet is to shut the bar down with George Scott back there. Before I say a few words on behalf of Raymond and myself, I want to present a book here, the official 1987 Senior PGA Tour Media Guide to Chuck Tyson, with a lot of good autographs in here. Some of them was fellas like Gene Littler, Walt Zembrisky, Doug Sanders, Chi Rodriguez, Arnold Palmer, and it is on the greatest pleasure for me to present this to you. Where are you, Chuck? Right here. I'm going to say a few words here. He said he was going to give me 10 minutes. But I'll tell you one thing, he cannot tack a two-shot penalty on me for slow play. Before I get into what I'm going to say here this evening, it gave me a big thrill tonight when I walked in here and Bill Hunt walked over and spoke to me, and he said, "Do you know who I am?" I said, "How in the hell could I ever forget you?" He said, "Well, when you went overseas, Helen took over, carried a group of us to several tournaments, and I wonder if she remembers where I hit my first tee shot at Greensburg Country Club." I said, "You go over and ask her." He said, "No, does she remember it?" I said, "Yes, Bill. The tee was here, the green was there, the swimming pool was there, and you put it in the pool." I've got to tell a story here tonight, a golf story, and I'm going to suggest to you people, you men rather, don't you try this, and especially you, Don Monahan. The man played golf every Saturday and always got home around 2 in the afternoon. One Sunday, however, he rushed in at 7:30 p.m. and blurted to his wife, "I left the course at the normal time, but I stopped to change a flat tire for a young woman. She offered to buy me a drink. One thing led to another, and we spent the entire afternoon in a motel. I'm so sorry, darling. I'll never do it again." "Don't hand me that malarkey," the angry wife shouted. "You played 36 holes." I want to say this. I have a few more words here to say. Raymond, Catherine, Helen, and I thank you, the Men's Golf Association, and especially Chuck Tyson, for having this wonderful reception that you are having for us tonight. I think that you are doing what you are doing in the memory of Ralph Miner is great. He was a good friend of mine with that big grin on his face at all times, and what a great golfer he was. Ralph won the Carolinas PGA in 1923 and 1927, and when I first met him, I was 15 years old. I was club cleaner at the Charlotte Country Club. Of course, I was interested in golf business. Old Ralph said to me, he said, he made more money farming and raising chickens on the side than he made as a professional at the country club. The saddest part this evening is that a lot of my friends aren't with us anymore. I cannot name all of them, but these, they were so wonderful to me while I was your professional. Bob Pate, B.G. Hines, Bill Farabee, that's the banker. Billy the Little Man, Jack White, Ron Ipock, George Smith, Hadley Marsh, Fred Shipp, John Askew, Bob Morrison. And ladies and gentlemen, the man that kept this club together when I was here was Jim Blaylock and a few others. When money and members were scarce, I was proud of the junior program that I started with Raymond here. Henry Bland was the man that was responsible for me to get interested in coming to New Bern, a great club, and above all, some of the finest men and women that I have ever met. I see him keep up with the former member here, Bill Jeffrey, who is now in Lake Wales, Florida. He was a big help to me. In fact, I played golf with a young lady last month who grew up in my junior program here, Jean Lee, and she said, be sure and give each and every one of you her regards. Now, here's something that a lot of you'd like to know that you don't realize. You think the pro makes a lot of money, but he sure as hell doesn't. What is a golf professional who has to work 12 to 14 hours a day, 7 days a week, and never expects to become a rich man? I sure as hell never became one. There are 7 or more requirements. He must both be a good businessman and merchandiser, a good teacher. He must be a diplomat, a psychologist. You doctors know out there know what I'm talking about. A babysitter. And believe it or not, while I was here, and at every club I've ever been, Mom and Daddy would run by the shop late in the afternoon and say, will you look at the Patty and Jimmy while we run the play 3 or 4 more holes? Be glad to. I said, you better give me about 25 cents so I can ride by them some ice cream. A good listener. You've got to be a good listener to be a good golf professional, because a lot of you, when you shoot your career around, you come in and boy, you've got to listen to it whether you like it or not. He must meet and respect all kinds of people, and believe it or not, he has to be a nurse. Now, if any nurses are in this tonight, I can tell you why I say a golf professional has to be a nurse. It didn't happen here when I was pro. I was a nurse. What happens is this. You go out and you shoot a career round, you come in, boy, and you're so high and elated, and you start buying drinks, and first thing you know, you run out of money, but you keep drinking. Your buddies have all gone home, and now the golf pro has to be the nurse and take him home. And I've taken 2 or 3 home, and when I got there, damn, the wife didn't accuse me of getting him drunk. I didn't have but I have had my share of beer. I was reared to believe the greatest quality a person can possess is compassion. I think